Hello everyone and welcome to another React video. My name is Draven and today I'm checking out a band that I know. I mean, I'm 42 years old at this point. I've heard Led Zeppelin before. Your Stairways, your Immigrant Songs, your Ramble-Ons, you know, things like that. All of the big hits that have been on the radio for the last 50 some odd years. I'm very familiar with them, and I'm not going to try to fool you guys and tell you that, like, oh, this is my first time hearing Led Zeppelin. Like, it's not. I typically don't do reactions to songs that I know, unless there's a very specific reason why I'm doing it. And that's why I chose Kashmir, because just by name, like, I haven't even gone and listened to like a small clip of it to see if I know the song or not. And there's two reasons why I chose this one. I don't recognize the name, so I think it'll be the first time I hear it. And even if it's not, this one is from an event called Celebration Day. It's a live performance, and it's when the fellas are older. They're later on in their career. I believe this video is from 13 years ago. Obviously, Zeppelin's been around for decades and decades, so any version of one of their songs that I've heard up to this point is probably when they first released it. So to hear them in the latter stages of their career is going to be something new for me. So that's going to be kind of cool to check out as well, just to see if it still sounds as good later on in their career, or if it sounds more like mature or whatever it is. Like, it's gonna be cool to get a different kind of take on it, and also hopefully hear a song that I haven't heard before. And if I do know it, I don't think I'm gonna remember it all that well, because it's not a name that I recognize off the top of my head. So I'm excited to check this one out. Hopefully you guys are too, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype up the video before you head out if you feel like I deserve it. And with that being said,
shut up, Draven.
Let's go. Oh, I know this. I know the riff. For the wrong reason. I know the Puff Daddy song from Godzilla. So I was kind of right in the intro. His voice is a lot more mature in the sense that it's not so high pitch. Jimmy's just getting right into it. Ooh. The keyboardist, I've seen him somewhere else before too. I just don't know where. Oh, I know. Ooh, slow-mo. Yes, sir. The drummer, is that John Bonham's son? Because I remember seeing him perform with Heart at like a tribute show for Led Zeppelin. It looks familiar, but I'm not sure if it's him. Very nice. He's got a little pep in his step. I like it. I'm not noticing a bass player on stage. Is that one of those things that they've never really had a front bass player? Or is it just for this tour or this show or... I didn't realize how long this song was. Not a bad thing. Just noticing that it's long. Holy drums. Jesus. Drummer is going for it. I love it. That was incredible. When you got it, right? All right, that was Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. Let's go talk about it. So, Led Zeppelin went ahead and made a liar out of me 4 seconds into that song because I recognized that riff instantly. Again, for the wrong reasons. I know it from, I think it's called Come With Me, and it's like the Puff Daddy song from the Godzilla soundtrack. And I thought at the time when I first heard that, I was like, oh, this song bangs. And everyone's saying, oh, they're ripping off Jimmy Page, and Jimmy Page's writing wasn't meant to be used for this garbage. And I was like, who the fuck is Jimmy Page? And this is, 20, 30 years ago, whenever that first Godzilla movie came out. Come to find out, it ends up being a Led Zeppelin song, or a Led Zeppelin like sample. And I know I've heard this one before, but I've never really listened to this one before, if that makes sense. Like, I knew the riff, I knew some of the words, but I've never listened to the entirety of the song consciously, like with intent to listen to the song. So this was very cool to hear, basically for the first time, and to hear Robert in a more advanced stage in life with less of a high pitch, still very high pitch for a grown ass man, but definitely less of a high pitch, more of a refined kind of gentleman's voice, if you want to call it that. And just very, very, very cool. And the fact that he can still hit those notes and be as clean and perfect as this sounded is a testament to how well he's maintained his instrument, because the voice is one of those things that even if you're not using it on stage, you're using it all day long, so it gets wear and tear constantly. Whereas with a guitar, you can just change the strings and poof, off you go. You got a brand new setup, basically. Harder to do with the vocals. So very cool that he's kept that kind of in tune, in check, and running smoothly. And then obviously seeing Jimmy Page shred the guitar is just a treat. There's a documentary, I believe it's called It's Gonna Get Loud, something to that effect. It might get loud, it's gonna get loud. It's Jimmy Page, it's The Edge from U2, and it's Jack White, and they're just sitting around talking about guitar. They stop and play a lick here and there. It's just very, very cool to watch. If you haven't seen it, go treat yourself to that. It's just awesome to see three kind of masters of the craft just shooting the breeze and chit-chatting. It's very, very, very cool. I did mention that the organ player, keyboard player, looked familiar from something else, and it's just from another Led Zeppelin related thing. I just didn't put two and two together. It's the performance of Heart doing a tribute to Led Zeppelin. I think they were being honored with some kind of an award, and there's a bunch of bands doing a bunch of Led Zeppelin songs for them. And obviously the closer was Stairway by Heart, featuring Jason Bonham, John Bonham's son, on the drums. And according to what I saw in the comments real quick, this is Jason on the drums once again. So I was right, that is him. It looks a little bit different. He's got a goatee in this one. He's not wearing the hat. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe he did have a goatee. I don't know. Anyway, it's him. And he was beating those things like they owed him money, because he was just going in on those drums, and it was awesome. He was just kicking the crap out of those things, and that was awesome to see. Overall, this was fantastic. I love revisiting these kind of older bands that I wasn't really listening to growing up. Like I said in the intro, I'm 42 years old. I was exposed to a few older bands like the Eagles and things like that, but there's some that just completely fell through the cracks, Led Zeppelin being one of them. Your Dire Straits, your Pink Floyds. I missed that whole bus. So, like, obviously I've heard songs here and there, but to say I actually sat down and listened to them would be false. So it's cool to go back and revisit those now with this channel. It's been really, really, really cool. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. I want to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this reaction, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hype it up, and let me know in the comments if there's another Led Zeppelin song or performance that you'd like me to check out, or any other band you want me to check out. I'm always looking for new music to react to, and in the meantime, YouTube thinks you're gonna like this one, so go check that out. And as always, we'll see you at the next one.